Most people think their dachshund loves them because it's clingy. It follows you to the bathroom, it whines at the door, it's in your lap the second you sit down. And sure, that counts for something. But here's the truth nobody tells you. A dachshund will act clingy with almost anyone who feeds it. Clinginess is cheap. What's actually rare, what genuinely proves you're a great owner, are the small, deliberate things this opinionated little dog does only for the person it has truly decided is worth it. Because if you know anything about dachshunds, you know they don't hand out trust. They're suspicious, they're stubborn, they have an opinion about everything and zero shame about sharing it. A dachshund picks its person, quietly judges everyone else, and gives its real, unguarded self to a very short list. So over the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through the exact signs that you made that list. 8 behaviors, and the more of them your dog does, the more certain you can be that to your dachshund, you're not just acceptable, you're the one. Let's get into it. Number 1, the door test. Pay attention to what your dachshund does when different people walk through the front door, because this breed runs a sorting system whether you notice it or not. A guest comes in and your dog might bark, hang back, sniff with suspicion, give a polite little tail wag at best. But when you walk in, even if you only stepped out for 5 minutes to take out the trash, something completely different happens. The whole body changes. The wiggle starts up at the shoulders and rolls all the way down to the tail. The voice comes out, that specific excited noise it makes for no one else on earth. Dachshunds are famously one-person dogs. They bond hard and they bond narrow. So that over-the-top, can't-contain-itself welcome is not something your dog hands out to the world. It's reserved. It's the line between the people it tolerates and the one person it has built its entire day around. If your homecoming gets a reaction nobody else in the house gets, not your partner, not your kids, not the person who fills the food bowl, you already have your answer about where you stand. Number 2, they burrow into you. Every dachshund loves a blanket. That part is just how they're built. But there's a version of this that means far more, and it's the moment your dog stops burrowing into fabric and starts burrowing into you. It paws at your lap, circles 3 or 4 times, and wedges itself against your body, usually with its back pressed into you and its face tucked somewhere it can't even see the room anymore. Watch what that posture is actually saying. Your dachshund has turned its back on the entire world and pointed its one blind spot directly at you. A dog this alert, this quick to fire off at every creak and footstep, does not do that with someone it's unsure about. It's making you the wall it no longer has to watch. You've become the safe side of the room, and this breed only ever chooses 1 or 2 people to be that for. If your lap is the place it disappears into and goes still, you're not a convenience to your dog. It's shelter, and that is not a small thing for a creature this guarded. Number 3, the back talk. Dachshunds are talkers. Anyone who's owned one knows the full range. The grumbles, the groans, the muttering, the dramatic sighs, the entire argument they'll stage when you ask them to move off the couch. And a lot of owners write all of it off as attitude. Some of it is, honestly. But there's a specific kind of chatter your dachshund only does with a person it's completely at ease with. It's the conversational grumble, the soft muttering it does while settling against you, the way it answers back when you talk to it, the contented groan when you finally hit the right spot behind its ear. That's not complaint. That's a dog relaxed enough to think out loud. A tense, guarded dachshund goes quiet and watchful around people it doesn't trust. It keeps its mouth shut and its eyes open. So the running commentary, the back talk, the little opinions muttered straight into your lap, that's not your dog being difficult. That's intimacy. It's comfortable enough around you that it never feels the need to shut up. Treasure that noise. Number 4, the glance back. This one happens on the walk, and once you start noticing it, you will never unsee it. Your dachshund's nose is its entire world. When it locks onto a scent, the leash disappears, your voice disappears, the whole neighborhood ceases to exist. This is a nose-driven dog, wired to chase a trail with single-minded obsession, and that focus is brutally hard to break. You've probably stood there calling its name while it acted profoundly, genuinely deaf. So here's what makes the next part remarkable. A truly bonded dachshund will be mid-sniff, nose buried, completely consumed by a trail, and then it will stop, lift its head, and glance back at you. Just checking, just making sure you're still there, still together. For most dogs, looking to their owner is ordinary. For this stubborn, independent, scent-obsessed little breed to voluntarily break off a trail to reconnect with you is a real choice. Its strongest instinct quietly losing a tug-of-war to your bond with you. Lesser owners get a dog that tunes them out completely on a walk. You got the glance, and the glance is everything. Number 5, they bring you their treasures. Your dachshund carries things to you. A toy, a chewed-up sock, something it absolutely stole and should not have. And most owners file this under playing or being naughty. Sometimes that's all it is, but often it's something a great deal more meaningful than that. Dachshunds have a deep, old instinct to gather what they value and bring it back to the place that matters most to them. So when your dog drags its favorite squeaky thing across the whole house just to drop it in your lap, it isn't only asking for a game. It's showing you where the center of its world is. You're the vault, the home base, the only spot where the important stuff belongs. It could stash that treasure anywhere it wanted, under the couch, in its bed, in that one corner it thinks you don't know about. It chose to bring it to you instead. That's your dog folding you into its most basic idea of what's worth keeping safe, and that is not an honor it hands out to just anyone in the room.
Number 6, they hand you their spine. Here's one that carries real weight with this breed in particular. You already know a dachshund's back is its weak point. That long, low, unmistakable body is as fragile as it is iconic. And on some level, your dog knows it too. A nervous dachshund stiffens when hands come down over it. It guards that body. And frankly, it has good reason to. So when your dog flops over, shows you its belly, and lets you run your hands the full length of its back and sides without a single flicker of tension, that is trust at the deepest physical level there is. It's handing you the exact part of itself it can least afford to have hurt. And it goes well past a belly rub. The dachshund that lets you check its paws, lift it properly with 2 hands, handle that long spine without squirming or grumbling a warning, has decided your hands are safe hands. For a breed that genuinely depends on careful handling to stay healthy, that isn't just affection, it's the trust that actually lets you take care of it. And you only ever earn it the slow way, one gentle, careful touch at a time until your dog stops bracing. Number 7, the calm goodbye. This one is going to feel backwards, so stay with me. A lot of owners secretly love it when their dachshund falls apart the second they leave. They take the whining, the scratching, the full theatrical meltdown as proof of how loved they are. But panic is not love. Panic is anxiety. A dachshund that spirals every single time you walk out the door isn't telling you you're great, it's telling you it doesn't feel safe when you're gone. The real mark of a fantastic owner is the opposite of that. A dachshund that watches you go, maybe grumbles one protest for the record, and then just settles. A dog that can be alone without unraveling, because somewhere along the line it learned deep down that you always come back. That calm does not happen by accident. You build it by being consistent, by not rewarding the panic, by being such a steady, reliable presence day after day that your dog simply stops doubting you. A secure dachshund isn't a distant one. It's one that trusts you so completely it doesn't have to live in fear of losing you. And handing an anxious little breed like this that kind of security is one of the hardest and kindest things an owner can possibly do. Number 8, they choose to listen. Let's finish on the big one, because this is the behavior that ties all the others together. Dachshunds are stubborn. Gloriously, maddeningly stubborn. This is a dog with its own agenda and its own timeline, and you simply cannot force a dachshund into cooperation. push too hard and you get a dog that digs in, tunes you out completely, or does the exact opposite of what you asked purely to make a point, which is what makes real obedience from a Dachshund mean so much more than it does from almost any other breed. When your dog comes because you called, waits at the door because you asked, pauses before it launches itself off the couch, that listening is given, never taken. It's an opinionated, self-directed little dog deciding of its own free will that your guidance is worth following. And that only ever happens when an owner has earned genuine respect through patience and fairness instead of force. You don't command a Dachshund, you partner with one. And if yours has chosen to partner with you, you've pulled off something a huge number of people with this breed never manage in a lifetime. So there it is. The door test, the burrow, the back talk, the glance on the walk, the treasures, the spine it hands you, the calm goodbye, and the listening it chooses to give. Every one of those is a door your Dachshund opens only for someone it has truly decided is worth it. So if you saw your own dog and even a few of them, take a second and let that land. You didn't just get a Dachshund to like you. You earned the trust of one of the most opinionated, particular, hard-to-win-over little dogs there is. So do me a favor and tell me in the comments, which of these does your Dachshund do? And if you want more videos that decode what your Dachshund is actually trying to tell you, the stuff that makes this breed completely unlike any other dog out there, go ahead and subscribe and stick around. Because the better you understand this little dog, the more of these doors it's going to open for you. I'll see you in the next one.